lying to you, making you think that chocolate is bad, that it's a forbidden treat, that you should feel guilty when you have it. That is a lie. That is the farthest thing from the truth. Chocolate can be healthy. You can have it every day, not just on Valentine's Day. And I hope you're learning this early enough that you've got some time to plan for a really special Valentine's Day. Chocolate can be just like a lot of other things. You can do exercise right or wrong, can't you? Chocolate can be right or wrong. It can be good or bad. And I want to teach you today, which is funny because I never thought I'd be teaching, but sorry for that little distraction. I want to teach you today the good, the bad about chocolate. Let's keep it really simple. Anytime you're thinking about food, think about food by God for the body by God. You want to stay as close to God's plan as possible and have man intervene as little as possible. Now, I need somebody to grow the cacao bean for me and roast it and crack it and do something to it to make it edible, because cacao is very, very bitter. So, and that's a subject for another day. In our Chocolate Valentine series, we'll teach you about the difference between cacao and cocoa. And if you've missed the other videos, you need to go back and watch those. Watch the rest of the series. If you don't know what this is, if you don't know what this is, if you don't know what this is, you need to go back and watch the rest. So today, I'm going to share with you, I'm going to pull some things up close to the camera and actually show you and let you read them and look at them. If you're in my Austin area, I found the most amazing chocolate shop. It's called Ecuadorian Chocolate, and it's in Cedar Park. And the man who owns the shop, it's him and his family, so you'll just feel so good when you go in there. And he actually came from Ecuador, and his family, he will tell you the whole story about how his family in Ecuador is growing the cacao for him. And they roast it and split it into the cacao nibs, and then they send it to him here to turn into candy. And you can watch the whole process. He'll show you how he tempers it and what he adds to it. So it's real chocolate. They can't afford chemicals. It is organically grown, and it is organic cane sugar, and there's no artificial anything anywhere. The man is just full of sweetness and pleasure. So I'm going to show you. Let me get really close here so you can see where he is. Precious, precious gift. If you go see him, you will be so happy. And I hope my family is not watching this. If you are family, close your eyes for a couple of minutes. So I went a few weeks ago and got an assortment of chocolates. And I hope you've been watching this whole series of videos, because I shared about the Valentines that my dad used to do for us. And they also have some chocolate, I guess bars. Bark is probably the right thing. And this is, he's probably put more sugar in this than some of the others. You can find 100% chocolate in his store. You can find keto chocolate, and you can get 55% if you want something a little sweeter. Now that's something for a treat. That's not something you should have very much of every day, but you can have organic chocolate every day. Just be sure that it is sweetened with real sweeteners like organic cane sugar or maybe some honey. You could do something with stevia if you want. Stay away from the sugar alcohols. That's not something you should have every day. It will disrupt the microbiome in your stomach. In your gut, you want lots of good guys and only a little bit of bad guys. And those sugar alcohols kill all of the good guys too. So you want to avoid having that very often. But real organic cacao, you could have that every day. So that's one of my favorites. That's the newest one I found. And in one of our other videos, I promised you, I'm standing here because I'm literally going to open my cabinet and show you some of my chocolate, and you will be shocked. So in my defense, because this is going to seem excessive, I bought it on Thrive Market. I love to shop online because I save so much money. In fact, I placed an order today. I think I may have spent $80 and I saved $50. That's a really good deal. Now, everything was on sale, everything I bought. So that's what you want to watch for. Watch for the sales, get it on sale. I never pay on for shipping at Thrive Market. So they had chocolate on sale and I invested. Don't you love the way I use that term? So here is this is my snack cabinet. And the chocolate You've already seen this one. Oh, I'm realizing that the camera is probably, the camera's probably not catching all of that. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get the camera and I'm going to bring it over here. But, hold on. I have to be sure I don't miss any. Yes, here's a different one. And actually, this one you saw the other day. The rest of those, you've already seen. Okay, here we go. So what you want is dark chocolate. 88% is excellent. This one, I spilled all of them. So let me see here. See, it comes, these are prepackaged. And I do use this sometimes when I'm making hot chocolate. I'll put 1 square in with my steamed raw milk and add maybe just a little bit of honey sometimes because this is really, really dark. I love to have this with some nuts or with some, maybe some dried fruit or something like that. So this is one of my favorite brands, Endangered Species, because it is fair trade. Let me see what else I have from them. I think that's all I have from them. This is another great brand. I got this one, I think I probably got this one at Central Market. And if you live in Dallas or Austin, you'd be shocked. It was easier for me to find Central Market in Dallas than it is in Austin, which is just not fair, which is because this is the home of Central Market. So we have organic. Ideally, it should be organic chocolate, organic cane sugar. Cane sugar should always be organic because they put a ton of chemicals on the sugar crop. And then cocoa butter is just the fat, and it's a very healthy fat. Healthy fat is the #1 most lacking ingredient in the standard American diet. And then we have some lecithin, which is a thickener, and then organic vanilla extract. Notice, no flavors in there. This is wonderful in a healthy chocolate chip cookie. Yes, there is such a thing. And in when I make chocolate milk or put some chocolate in your coffee, notice that 72%. In general, you want the higher the percent, the healthier the chocolate. You're going to get more antioxidants. I love HU. Now this one, if I'm just snacking, this is one of my favorites. They also have a chocolate covered some kind of berry. I think it's a gooseberry maybe. It's really super tart. I love it. So let's look again. Organic cashews, organic cacao. That's better than cocoa. Cacao is less processed. Then we have coconut sugar, which is great. You can't eat very much of that. You would need to have, this is not something you can have every day because it's got more sugar. If you want something every day, you need to stick with the darker ones that have fewer carbs. And then we have cocoa butter, sea salt, vanilla bean. This brand also makes bars, which are fabulous. Now notice that one's dark chocolate. I'm looking at 70%. Then let me see. This is my favorite one for chocolate. Honestly, this is my favorite for chocolate milk or for chocolate chip cookies. Then we have the ones from the Ecuador shop. We have the keto, and there's a 55%, and there's 100%. They also make a 70 and an 80, but you see that I ate those first. This is a good brand. I get this on Thrive also. Lots of funny flavors like cardamom. I mean, seriously, who ever thought of that? Very interesting. So we have organic fair trade cacao, coconut sugar, caramelized coconut cacao butter, coffee, and cardamom. So you see it's all cacao. It's organic, fair trade. Let's see, how many carbs do we have? That is a relevant question. In one bar. Now, I'll tell you, if I eat one piece of chocolate after a meal, this is probably 10 servings for me. So how many carbs do we have? Where are the carbs? Total carbs, 20. So if I break this into 10 servings, what is that? 2 grams for each serving. So there's nothing wrong with that. That is happiness. That is food by God. Ultra Eco is an excellent brand. It's organic, fair trade. This one really, if I'm just splurging, this is one of my favorite flavors. I'm looking for, where are the, there we go, there's the ingredients. Raw cane sugar. That's why this is not the best option, because sugar is the #1 ingredient. That is not something you can have every day. Cocoa butter, coconut oil, so we've got some good fats there. Cacao beans, whole milk, peppermint oil, vanilla beans. So that one's more of a treat. That's not really an everyday thing. They have this super dark one though. Love it. And cacao is our #1 ingredient. You know that the ingredients are listed in order of volume. Sugar, coconut oil, cacao butter, natural flavor. That's not a perfect thing, but I know that brand, and so I'm not too worried about that. And okay, then I have a Thrive Market. I don't love this one as much. It's not as thick and intense, and the mouthfeel is not as good. Now let me see if I can put the camera back or not. I don't know, but that's the end of our video anyway, so it doesn't matter if you're actually seeing me. I hope that you've learned something. I hope this has gotten rid of some of those horrible lies about chocolate and taught you that it can be healthy. And we'll talk about that in another video. So please like the video, subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, ask any questions here. I love teaching about real health. That's very rare these days. Most people don't know what real health is. So I'm thrilled and honored to walk the journey of health with you. I'd love to hear your questions. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Go get started now. Do some shopping. Healthy shopping.